What's going on, you guys? It's your boy Pepsi, or Peppo, a dude with attitude. So crack a 40 and check your rollies. I hope everyone is having a peptastic day. Hope everyone's enjoying their Halloween so far, tonight, today, just everything this whole month, October, and now here we are, the culmination, the 31st Halloween. What better way to cap off the end of October, the Halloween day, before you go get your treats and all that stuff, than to sit down and hear the Halloween movies ranked by a true horror enthusiast, someone that loves the series, that shits, lives, and breathes Myers. We are going to rank the entire Halloween franchise. This will have some spoilers in it, so if you haven't seen all the movies, maybe not watch this video. But today we are ranking them, and I want everyone to know that I rewatched all of these recent, so everything is fresh, and I took notes. Are 12 movies in this ranking. We're going to start with the bottom ranked movie, the Halloween movie I would least rather watch right now. The Halloween movie I don't want to rewatch right now. And that is Halloween 2 Remake, Rob Zombie. I hated Loomis in it. Like, if you watch Rob Zombie's first Halloween and then you watch this, it's like the Loomis and the first remake was pretty good, but the Loomis and this was just, it was so out of character just for Loomis in general. And he was a dick. Like, his character got completely destroyed. It was like night and day. And then you had the stupid ending with, Michael, Laurie, and Loomis dying. It was just, there was way too much filler in this. I hated it. I hated Mike Myers in this, to be honest. My final thoughts, which, that I wrote down was, I have none. Yeah. My dad liked it. He liked its take on things. The kills were quick. The music was trash. There was no original music from any of it. It was, yeah. The pace was good for what it was, but the filler was nonsense. My rating for this movie was 1.5. My dad's rating was 3. Now, the way the ratings work with this is it's 0 to 5. 0 being unwatchable, 1 being never watch again bad, 2 being meh, unimpressed, 3 being good but could be better, 4 being great, met all my expectations, 5 being fantastic, one of the best in the series. So with that being said, I gave it a 1.5. Never watch again bad, but my dad gave it a 3. He said it was good but could be better. So Halloween 2 Remake by Rob Zombie is number 12. I rank it 12. 11 is everyone's favorite Halloween to hate on, Halloween Resurrection. First off, it was a great beginning. It was a cool kill of Strode. It was unexpected. I may not have liked that Strode got killed off, but it made sense, and it kind of gives you that, oh shit, he killed her. But at the same time, then it's like, why'd he give up the knife? He gave it to some random dude. My dad suggested maybe it was the passing of the torch, but why would Mike do that to some random dude in the asylum? Like, no. The scenes were too long and unimportant in this movie. I mean, why did Mike not kill fake Mike, for example? Like, there's a point where Busta Rhymes is dressed up as Mike, and Mike Myers is right behind him, and he doesn't kill him. It was very out of character. The music was good, but not Halloween music. It was different music, but it worked for the movie, I'll say that. There were no kills besides one for 2/3 of the movie. So that was very disappointing. Busta Rhymes being ninja was stupid for me. It didn't come across as funny to me at all. My final thoughts, bad. Just bad. Kills were blasé. The pace was average. The music was good, but wrong fit for this movie. The filler was too much. My rating was a 1, and my dad's was a 2. So this was a rating of 1. Never watch again bad. So this is rank 11 on our list. Number 10 is Halloween 3, Season of the Witch. I enjoyed some of the opening, partly due to the music and suspense, The acting, though, was scary bad. The death by the car was terrible acting. The acting was just. The people are very stupid in this movie, more than in any of the others, in my opinion. It's not as good as I remember the first time watching it. First time I watched it, even though it didn't have Michael in it, I was like, it was good. And the thing you also got to remember is this was supposed to set up an anthology series. It was supposed to step away from Michael. But people cried, and so they brought Michael back. The movie was too convenient at times. To me, it needed better direction and something my father agreed with. The terrible acting mostly. Still perfect to watch on Halloween, and I stand by that. This is a perfect movie to watch on Halloween. The deaths were cool and gnarly, I will say that. The music was different, but spot on, in my opinion. The pace could have been better, though. The filler, there needed to be more to tell the story, in my opinion, with the filler. My final thoughts were not really rewatchable. The rating was a weak 3. Okay? It was good, but could be better. It's not really something I would rewatch if I was rewatching the whole series. I'd probably just watch for Michael. But if I was watching Halloween movies, I would definitely watch it. And that is our 10th ranking on this list. Our rank 9 on the Halloweens is none other than Halloween 6, The Curse of Michael Myers. It had an interesting beginning. I loved the montage after of the opening. Cool kill from the start. It was a really cool kill from the start. There were good scenes. There was a nice twist with the Thorn Alliance and their reveals. Cool kill montage in the hospital, I gotta say that. Liked that they used Tommy in this one. That was cool, and Paul Rudd did an excellent job. Some kills could have been better. They could have been better. Ending felt very rushed and fell flat for me with this one. I think that's kind of what really killed this film for me. My final thoughts were I liked it, but some things could have been better. So the kills were pretty good, but could have been better. Obviously, broken record here. Music changed slightly, but it was okay. The pace was good. The filler was good. Rating was a 3 pushing a 4. So it was good, but could be better. It just didn't meet my expectations. There were a lot of things I wish it would have done. And that's why it is ranked number 9 on this list. Coming in at rating number 8 is Halloween 2. The original Halloween 2. Now, it's pretty interesting. John Carpenter does not like this Halloween. And I remember there's a lot of stuff I did like about this, but honestly, rewatching it, it kind of feels weird watching it from Halloween 1, 1978. It follows it, but it feels different. And that's mainly because Michael and the Mask are kind of a little bit different, and I don't know. There's a lot of things, and that's what we're about to dive into. I loved the opening. I loved the Sandman music, and I loved the recap. That's one thing I liked about Freddy and Jason and this is they all recap the previous movie. That was a trend in the 70s and 80s, and I can appreciate that. This all happens on the same night, though, and I feel like Halloween 2018 and Halloween Kills did a really good flow with all of that happening on the same night. Whereas Halloween 78 and Halloween 2, it didn't have that great a flow because so much happens and it's supposed to happen all in one night. It's just the timing. There's only so much that can happen in one night. I loved the revelation that Mike killed one sister 15 years ago and now he wants to kill the other. I loved that, especially the first time I watched it. A lot more dumb people, and it's more noticeable in this one than it was in the first one. I loved Mike walking through the glass door, though, towards the end. That was so badass and iconic, in my opinion. The kills were cool. Pacing was weird. Yeah, it felt weird. Walking out through fire after the big explosion was badass for Michael. I loved that. My final thoughts were it had a good ending. Made sense to blow him up considering he just would not die. Would have been a fitting end to Michael's story, in my opinion. If they would have done this and then went on with 3 and then made an anthology series, it would have been a fitting end. The kills were better than 1. I have to say that. The music was lesser than one, though. It was lesser than the first one. Filler, very noticeable, but it worked. My rating of this was a 3. Good, but could have been better. And my dad gave it a 4, which was great, met expectations. And that's how we felt about Halloween 2, which is why it was put as a number 8 on this list. Ranked number 7 was Halloween, The Revenge of Michael Myers. So it had an interesting opening. It was a good way to hook audience. The connection between Mike and Jamie is cool. I love the line, hell would not have Michael. I love that line from Loomis, hell would not take Michael. That's cool. But there was a sex scene in this one that was way too long. There were very few kills, nothing new really. It was interesting that Jamie asked him to show her face, and he showed her. Why she says he's just like her. That was interesting that she would go and say that, oh wow, you're just like me. Loomis is reckless and an ass, and he's desperate in this one, which makes sense. Like that they fight in Mike's old house. That's pretty cool. Final thoughts were better than 4, for sure. Liked it was longer, too. This was very longer than 4. But too cheesy to me. Mike felt out of character at times, though. Why drive around and deal with Tina? He drove around with her for like 10 minutes and didn't kill her. I don't know. The kills were average kills, but needed more. Pace was good, never dragged. The music was good. Liked piano music of the original. That was cool. The filler, we needed less filler. The rating on this one was 3 and 3 from me and my dad. It was good, but could have been a lot better. And that's why The Revenge of Michael Myers has the rating and ranked 7 on this list. Ranked number 6 on this list is Halloween 4, The Return of Michael Myers. This came out after Season of the Witch. People begged them to bring back Michael, and they did. And then they complained. So, yeah, go watch this for yourself, see what you think. But I thought it had a cool opening. I loved that it's 10 years later. I loved when he gets moved on stretcher, music started playing from the original. That was cool. I like the connection to Laurie. Love the picture. That was cool whenever Jamie's looking at the picture and the connection. The kid actor for Jamie was a good actor. The movie, it was really stupid and lacked a lot of believability. Mike shot at the end when he gets shot by all the police. The acting was bad. Not enough Mike is something. And the movie was very short. Not enough Myers, and the movie was short. The kills were very far-fetched as well, and meh, very forgettable with the kills. The music was good, though. The pace was quick, but okay. And there wasn't that much filler in this. My final thoughts were enjoyable and fresh, especially after the first 3. The rating was a 3 from both of us. It was good, but not... It could have been better, you know what I'm saying? And that is why it is ranked number 6. But what is ranked number 5? We are finally getting into our top 5 ranking of the Halloween movies. And ranked number 5 is Halloween H2O, or Halloween 20 Years Later. This is a very popular one with many, and it was very popular with me at first, but after rewatching, some of my opinions have changed. It had a good opening with music with Sandman. It was really good. Mike moves too fast in it, though. He's a lot faster than expected, which is very weird. You could argue that, yeah, he's more experienced, but I don't know. The mask in this was better than 4 through 6. Than in the previous, 4 through 6. His mask was better. But anything can improve on the goofy old man mask from Halloween 4, in my opinion. I loved the scene where they're face to face through the mirror. Whenever she finally sees Michael, it's so cool. She closes the door and they're just looking at each other, and it's like a revelation that he's like, there she is. She's like 1 foot away, and she's like, oh shit, he's actually here. It's really cool. The music was too different sometimes, but sometimes it was good, even with changes. It had a great ending, though, in my opinion. Final thoughts were I liked it. It had good writing. The kills, though, there were some missed opportunities. The pace was all right. The music was pretty good. The filler, less Mike was better because of the mask. You know what I'm saying? We gave it a rating of 3. Good, but could be better. If we only had Halloween, Halloween 2, and then Halloween H2O, that would be a good story to me, honestly. But that is what is ranked number 5. While what is ranked number 4 may shock you, ranked number 4 on this list is Halloween 2021 Halloween Kills. It was amazing. They kept certain things out of the trailer that made the movie better, like the fact that the cop returned. That was awesome. I loved the flashbacks. That was something I was missing in Halloween 2018, which is showing how Mike gets caught. You get to see it in Halloween Kills, and that's awesome. I also enjoyed seeing Loomis in this again. I don't know how they pulled it off, but they did. You know, I loved the scene where he's stabbing to pick the knife. That was really cool. I loved everyone teaming up to take him on, but honestly, the ending was meh and possibly rushed. You know, the trap was nice and everything, but it felt kind of rushed. My rating for this was a 4. It met all of my expectations. It was brutal. It was beautiful. I know it was kind of fillerish, and we didn't even get to see Michael and Laurie face to face, but it's not about really them being face to face anymore. And there's just something I really enjoyed about Halloween Kills that I can't quite put my finger on. But that is ranked number 4. What is ranked number 3 might be the most shocking to all of you. Rank number 3 on this list, and my top 3, is the Halloween remake by Rob Zombie. Now, I want you all to know that I watched the unrated director's cut of this, and I saw both endings. The opening was kind of flat, but I love the tone that it sets. I loved him stalking as a kid. That was great foreshadowing. His first kill was great. It was cool him wearing Michael's mask so young, or Captain Kirk's mask, if you will. But I did love the clown mask. That was cool. I loved the music mimicking the old. It was different while sounding great. I loved Mike in the asylum as well. I loved him making so many masks. That was different. And I enjoyed the new Loomis in this as well. And there was a lot of nods to the original. The kills were gory and some were even new. The music was a good mix of new stuff in the original. I really liked it. The pace really flowed well for 2 hours. I think this is the first Halloween movie that was ever 2 hours, so that's cool. The filler, there was none really. Everything was important, and I love that. We gave this rating a 5. Fantastic, one of the best in the series. I really enjoyed a lot of this movie, and hopefully I don't get a lot of hate, but Rob Zombie's movie is definitely in my top 3. But ranked number 2 is also Halloween, but this Halloween is Halloween 2018. I loved the music. I felt like this movie flowed very well, and it was great continuing on from 1978 to this. It flowed beautiful. A lot of good action, good jump scares, just an amazing movie. Michael definitely felt in character and was brutal as ever. I'd give it a 5. Fantastic, one of the best in the series. And that brings us to our number 1 ranking. Halloween 1978. I loved the opening with the music and the kids singing, before the before abruptly stopping, and then we witnessed Michael's first kill with more amazing, eerie music. It really sets a terrific tone for the rest of the movie. I love how we see first person from Michael whenever he's killing Judith. That was amazing. Love the look on his face when the mask is taken off, like an absence of his soul. That was awesome. I appreciate that we get to see Mike in the daylight, too, even if brief. It's cool, especially since it doesn't happen often in the other movies. I loved Loomis. I loved him talking how for 7 years he tried to reach Michael Myers, and then he spent, another 8 trying to keep him locked up. I loved the deaths as they got revealed to Laurie. That was a nice buildup of suspense. Mike's hand, whenever he's chasing Laurie and his hand goes through the door, and this happens while Laurie's hand goes through the glass so she can open the other door herself. That's kind of cool. The ending is awesome as well. My final thoughts were pure classic horror that any true horror fan can enjoy. Hasn't really aged at all to me. The kills were good. The music was a perfect 10. The pace was perfect 10. The filler, there was none really. It was a 10. Me and my dad both gave it a 5. Best out of the series. Fantastic. One of the best in the series. Now, if you look the way I rank these, my top 3 are number 1, Halloween 1978, number 2, Halloween 2018, and number 3, Halloween 2007. Pretty interesting how my top ones are all say Halloween. These are all movies I would watch every Halloween. That's something I discussed with him and some of my other friends. I would sit down and watch, one of, if not all of these on Halloween, and it'd be perfect. And honestly, I'd watch Season of the Witch. That's a perfect one to watch on Halloween, too. So that is my ranking of the Halloween series. If y'all disagree with any of my ranking, that is perfectly fine. This was just my ranking. Comment down below what your ranking is, maybe. Tell me what you disagreed with or what you agreed with. Let me know how you feel about my top 3. I know not everyone agrees with them. Hope you enjoyed this. If you're new to the channel, want to see more Halloween stuff every year, or want to see what else we have to offer, maybe consider subscribing. Maybe check out our Halloween stream tonight, live on Twitch from 6 to possibly 12 midnight, where we will be playing Dead by Daylight as Michael Myers, Pinhead, Freddy, anyone you can think of. We'll probably have there as we run around terrorizing and trying to survive and kill however which way we choose. And we'll see you next time for another ranked video.
And happy Halloween.
Happy, happy Halloween, Halloween, Halloween. Happy, happy Halloween, silver shamrock. Happy, happy